it's Rob here and welcome to the third video of my build series on the Tamiya TT02 Type S chassis. Today we'll be starting off on step 17, the rear damper stay. And as you can see, I've already made it all up because it's basically the same as the front one. We're just screwing ball joints onto it. The thing to point out here is note where the default screws go through for the shocks. It's on the third one up, and for the turnbuckles it's on the outer ones. So we've done all of that, and then it's just a case of checking your alignment. So we've got the chassis here, and looking at the diagram, we've got the turnbuckle ball joints facing forward, and again it just slips on like that with these two, I think they're 10mm screws, like so. And then we've also got, don't forget, the gearbox joints to install. So I'll get those screwed in and we can move on. Step 18 is really easy. It's making up the rear axles and the turnbuckles. And I can't remember if I've mentioned this, but because these are turnbuckles, we've got one thread which is normally the one closest to the nut, that's right-handed or normal, so righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, and then the one on the other side is left-hand thread, so that's left-hand tight and righty-loosey. So that's so that when you put the spanner on and you turn it one way, it will unscrew both at the same time, and when you tighten it the other way, it'll tighten them both up again. So that's that bit. These bits, again, as I say, been really easy. It's just a couple of bearings, the axles, and a couple of ball joints. And again, there's another note here about drilling through this bottom mount with your 2.5mm drill bit ready for attaching. And lastly, in this bit, this is the difference between the stock axle carrier and this hop-up one. So quite a big difference there, guys. The good thing with these is you can turn them upside down to give you more or less ground clearance depending on which one you want, whereas this you can't. So we'll have to see how we go with getting some ground clearance. So with them done, I can move on to the next step. Step 19 is attaching the rear axles, and I think this one can be a bit tricky because what we've got to do is we've got to take this bar and pop it in, and then we've also got this 1mm blue anodized spacer that has to go there. Oops. And then we've got to get the axle in, and it's always easier said than done. Oh, there we go, we're in. But then, as with the front, if we turn it around this way a bit, we've got to line this cutout piece here with the grub screw. So we push that in as best we can, and there it goes in, and then we can quickly tighten that up so that the bar doesn't spin round. Like that. And then the other thing we need to do, well, I find the easiest thing to do is take this out, and we've got one of these urethane bushes again, but this time there's a note here to tell you to cut it in half for some reason. I don't really know why, but there we go. Cut that in half, poked it in, and we can pop that back in the gearbox. And then we've got the dog bone. And then again with this turnbuckle, check the orientation of where this nut goes, and then it should be a case of pressing it on and then finding the ball joints, and there we go. And as you can see there, there's a lot more travel on the back than there is at the front, so I've not had to cut anything off. Yeah, I don't think it's even worth trying to cut any off anyway to get any more, because that's a steep angle on that dog bone. So that's parts bag B done. I'll get the cutout and just open my parts bag C and get on with step 20, starting the shocks. The starter bag C is steps 20 to 23, which is making and installing the shocks. So I won't go into too much detail on this because I've been through it quite a few times in other videos. So I've built 3 of them already. I've got the startings of the last one. You put 2 O-rings in this end and screw the top on lightly. It recommends the stock piston to use is the single hole, so I've gone for that, and you need 2 E-clips to hold that on, and then we just poke that through like that. Where I've differed from the guide is I've gone for the longer mounting hole option at the bottom, and these are threaded, so you don't really need any pliers or anything. Just a tight grip just to nip it up, and then you can tighten the bottom cap off, and then it's just a case of, as per, filling it with the 900 oil. You need to leave it for a good half hour, I'd say, to get rid of any of the small air bubbles. The other thing is I've used this green slime for the O-rings, which so far has done really well to stop them leaking. I have had some where the oil's leaked out. So I'll get that finished and show you where it goes on the car. This is the rear one. I've already mounted the 2 front ones. So I'll get this last one packed up. Once you've got all the air out, you need to put this cap on, and then, or this diaphragm, and then the cap, and then you've got the spring and the spring holder. So I'll get all that done and we can carry on. Step 24 is installing the steering linkage, which in general is the same as the stock one, other than these two turnbuckles here allowing you to put some toe in or toe out onto the tyres, wheels. And as you can see, I've built it up, and I think we've got ball joints here, and I can't remember, I think it was step screws on the other one with just the plastic arms, but we've got some step screws this time. And what I've done is I've put a bit of grease on the chassis here, just to hopefully hold these washers in place before we poke them through and hopefully screw them in. And there we go. And don't know what I've got wrong there, but that's a lot of toe out I've got. But I did line them up with the 8.5mm gap, but it would appear that I think I need to do some adjusting. But we'll leave it like that for now, and I'll screw them up, and I think I'm going to leave it there for today, and we can carry on the next one. So I hope you've enjoyed watching, and look forward to seeing you on the next one. Cheers, bye.